Wacky Wednesday. How wacky is it? Well, it's very wacky. It's very fucking wacky, my friends. Goodness gracious sakes alive. But we're here on this planet to do what we need to do during these times of sincere turbulence of the final merge, purge, dissolve, let go, send back to source. So Mother Earth is creating an accelerated, get the frick off me. I don't want this anymore. No more pain body, no more lockdowns, no more somebody operating my control panels, no more cellular holding on to crapola that impinges upon my cellular journey. Fuck that is where we're at on this Wacky Wednesday. So we've got people reporting on KP, solar this, planetary that, storm surge this, individual stuff going on, symptoms, and my God, I heard somebody who's so popular on the YouTube channel lists 50 million ascension symptoms. Well, if you didn't think you had an ascension symptom, after listening to that, you would just be checking off the list. But just like any kind of diagnosis, it can have all kinds of prognoses or similar symptoms that masquerade as another something going on. So, here's a thought. Every thought that you even begin with goes to a thought cloud. So Spirit was showing me yesterday, let's just say you take all these pictures with your camera and then you back it up on your camera, or you take it off the camera and you put it onto your computer and you put it in a file, right? And then later that file may go to a cloud file because now your computer needs to have some freedom. But every time you go back and you look at any of these things, it invokes memory and feelings, the emotions, the energy in motion of looking back at all of these different things. Well, the same thing goes for thought. Literally, you start with a thought. And even if you don't think you have a feeling about it, the barometer of the emotional body is there. And then it's going to have a physiological, psychological effect on your person. So every time you have a thought, you're carrying that thought around on your person. And then you may take it off and put it into a journal. And then you may put those journals on a shelf. And it gets all these storages of spaces of things that you're either keeping in or you're letting go of. But occasionally, we'll go back and look at those things and it will trigger up all kinds of stuff. Some of them may be traumatic in this drama series of your life. And then again, your body doesn't know the difference of it happening in the past because it feels everything in the now. Coupled by the energetic changes that are occurring. Mother Earth has told me repeatedly in the last couple weeks, I'm burning it up. I'm accelerating it. We're on the fast track. Y'all best hold on. You came here equipped to hold on. But what you're doing is you're filling and fueling your tank with all this social media stuff of what ifs and how this happens and the history of this and the return of that and the new of this and going back to the ancient and all this stuff that half of it is completely incorrect. And it serves no purpose in the now, but you're overloading. You're actually pulling dump trucks of emotional airborne baggage and you're just soaking it up. So you're bogging down your vehicle. You're clouding your sight to your control panels. And so you're not able to navigate with the keenness or the sharpness that you came here equipped to do. So whatever storms are going on, there's always going to be an aftermath affecting something. There was just a storm down in Florida that's traveling up the East Coast. They've been calling for rain all freaking week. And I've been saying, please don't rain this weekend. I have an opportunity to be away, and rain is just going to cancel all of it. So I started talking to the weather gods and the clouds, say, hey, can we just gotta purge and merge that and take that rain where it needs to go? Besides here, for just a window of opportunity for me to enjoy some fun and sun on the water with very close family that I don't get to see very often. But in the meantime, I can't control whether it comes or it goes. Because what's meant to be is meant to be. You can't change that. So I can't spend a whole lot of time saying, get the hell out of here. But as weather does, I look at the forecast, and the rain that was supposed to be Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday is now coming later Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So see, the window is shortened. So all of maybe my fretting, my concern, my nervous system, etc., wanting something to happen that maybe it's not supposed to happen this weekend. So what did I do? I'm surrendering to it. The weather will be what the weather will be, and I will know by Friday morning if I'm getting in my car and I'm headed towards this direction, or I'm not. Either way, I'm going to be okay. Either way, I'm going to be completely equipped, regardless of whether the plans got shredded. And so we are here at this very acute and critical time of merge and purge. And I've said this before, we're not only merging and purging our own cellular memories, we're merging and purging the cellular memories of all that are on that frequency thread. So it could be millions of people who are experiencing similar things, creating all kinds of physical aches and pains or mental anguish, or it's stirring up soup that we're either like, no more, pump the brakes, not doing that, not allowing that. I'm going to step back. I'm going to give this a final push off. No more carrying that shit around. F that. And then there's some that have created so much of the situation, now they're crying victim. Why me? Why am I carrying more than the other person? Why is my pail of water heavier than my neighbor's pail of water? Well, you don't know that. And maybe it's because your pail of water needs to be emptied and you haven't taken the time to do that. Because you've got to drain the swamp from within your cellular to allow yourself to hear clearly what the cellular spiritual source, being that you are, has to say and has to share. And when you start clearing these clouds and clearing these windows and taking the storage units and saying, this is bogging things down, it's making my phone and my computer slow, it's filling up the shelves in my house. These are all metaphors for actually real things that occur, because it does bog down our phone and it does bog down our computer, and we got to find some kind of airspace to place it, or we just have to let it go. So now we're picking and choosing what is quality and what is quantity, and if that still has any place. So, maybe it is that you're clearing out your closet, you're narrowing it down, then a few days later you're going to go back in again and you're going to narrow it down again. So it's like making a store list of your needs and your wants. They could be pretty damn equal. Then all of a sudden you're like, that really was a want. It's definitely not a need. I could do without that. So it's coming down to that less is more. Less is more, less is more, less is more. So you can lighten in order to enlighten the pathways in which there needs to be crisscross communication that has been blocked and almost to the point where it's not even recognized anymore. So the flow is just so dammed up that you don't know what that's going to feel like till you get there. So you got to process these feelings in order to heal things. That's a must, my friends. That's a must. I've been on this journey a very long time. And all the things that I do for work are all the things that I've experienced and explored. And I found such profound results in them that I had to get certified in them so that I could pass that information on in a very simple way to others that doesn't have to be that difficult. And that if you can get some help to alleviate some of the carrying physical, mental, spiritual, emotional baggage to lighten that load, we can fidget together till we can find some comfortable places so that we can process in that place and then fidget around some more and find another space until we're all on our own, doing it on our own. So we got to help brothers and sisters out during this time. And that's how Wacky Wednesday is. And if you think about it, it's really not that wacky. It's actually pretty freaking simple. Here to help you every step of the way. If you physically live in Maryland, D.C., Virginia, you can come physically to my office. If you live somewhere else and you want comfortability of the privacy of your own home, we Zoom record from your own home. And I generally find if we're going to do past life regression and hypnosis, those are sometimes the best places to be, is in your home recliner. Even pain management is amazing with advanced Reiki, zone technique therapy, intuitive healing, beyond quantum healing, straight from your own home. It's whatever you're comfortable with. Truly. It is just as powerful than if you're with me in person, if not more powerful, because there's no distractions, because there's a certain, when you're in your own home environment, and the more comfortable you are, the more we tell the gatekeepers to let go so that we can see, sense, and feel in a whole different realm. Please like, subscribe, and share. And by all means, leave me comments. Let me know how you're doing. Email me for a session. All right? You're walking, living, loving columns of light. Own it. Learn what that feels like. Get back in touch with your cellular self. Because the time to align is now. The time to align is now.